Welcome back, Big Easy Blitz podcast, episode 29. I'm very hyped up for this episode because we worked very hard on this. Me and Connor did. This has been, we've been talking about this for a while. I really wanted to do this. We're starting to go up and do more in this podcast, working harder. We have every single team in the SEC. We have win totals. We have their record, every game picked. We're not going to go through every game because that would be a very long episode. But
hmm
we're going to talk about some notable wins, some notable losses for some teams. Some teams going to have some records that probably not a lot of people are going to agree with.
Oh yeah.
Um, some teams are going to surprise you a little bit. I have a very big sleeper team. Connor, I'm sure you have a sleeper team. We haven't
Oh
talked
yeah.
about it yet.
hmm
I also have a very big disappointment, but you'll see that in a matter of minutes. I'll let Connor say a few words before we jump right into it.
Yeah, I can confidently say this is the most work that I have put in to a episode so far.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was we literally went or I did. I don't know about you, but I literally went game by game
Oh yeah, I
predicting
did.
everybody's schedule and wrote it out.
Hmm.
Probably took me 90 minutes, an hour and a half.
I have about 8 pages of
Yeah,
just
right
games.
here.
I wrote every game. Yep.
But yeah, I would like to preface this by saying um don't get too angry, you know.
No.
We don't know what's going to happen. It's predictions, obviously. And we're going to go in alphabetical order. So we're going to start with Alabama and end with, I believe, Vanderbilt.
Well, we're gonna end with LSU.
We're going to end with LSU,
Yeah.
obviously, because I mean, look at Brock's big old hat. But but
Had to bring it
um
back out.
but yeah.
Sure. Also, happy RB&R Day to everyone who celebrates. I had to bring this out. Would love to do a partnership with Hold Mayo. That would be an absolute dream. We're nowhere near that yet, though. But
One day.
yeah, yeah. Let's jump in right into it.
Oh,
So,
one more
okay.
thing, one more thing,
Yeah, I
one
was
more thing.
okay. I have one more thing too. So go ahead.
Um, Follow us on all socials. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Follow us, Big Easy Blitz. And then to y'all listening on YouTube, um, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for, I think we're 220 plus followers on both TikTok and Instagram now. So
Look at
thank
that.
you to everybody who's followed. Gained a couple over the weekend. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm gonna do the rundown. So what we're gonna do here is I have every team's over under, like for Vegas, what their over under is on the season, and we're just gonna say what that is, and then we're gonna say what we have them, just to kind of see if we're. I haven't looked at this yet, so I don't know if we're on the same wavelength as I have.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what Vegas is thinking.
Yeah, I have CBS Sports pulled up. That
All right.
that's my source right now. So you never know. So we'll start it off with the team down east, down I-10, everyone's favorite, Alabama. Uh, I'm gonna say it right now, Bama's over under is 9.5. I have the under. Now, not like by crazy margin. I have them nine. I put 9-3 or 8-4
Hmm.
because and my three losses are Georgia. I think Georgia gets revenge. South Carolina and LSU. That's probably just me being biased. And then my fourth is Auburn, just because I mean it's the Iron Bowl. You never know. It doesn't matter how bad Auburn is or how good Bama
You have
is. That
that one
game's
as a coin
always
flip, huh?
yes, that's a coin
Yeah.
flip. Yeah, I have them 9-3, 8-4. I would love to see an 8-4. That would bless my heart and make my year. Seeing Bama
When's
go
the
eight and
last
four.
time Alabama's gone 8-4?
Uh,
Has that
you'd
ever
have
happened?
you'd have to go back to like Nick Saban's first year there.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll look it up while you're giving your
Okay.
prediction.
Yeah, so I have Alabama at a solid 9-3. Now for Bama faithful, that is probably a little low for most people. But I mean, any SEC schedule is going to be tough. And especially when you play teams like Georgia and LSU. Now I have them losing to Georgia, I have them losing to LSU and Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma's going to be very solid this year, but I mean, look, Bama obviously could still make the college football playoff, and honestly, I think they still will. But they have a gauntlet. Every team has a gauntlet in the LSU, or in the SEC this year. Sorry. I mean, they can easily drop. They could easily go undefeated. They could easily drop 5 games. That's kind of just how football down here is.
Yeah. So in 2010, Bama went 9-3. But before that, the last time they did anything worse than 8-4 was '07 when they went 6-6.
Must be nice.
Yeah, well, what's that like? Just also seeing Bama go 6-6 is crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't make
With
sense.
a loss to UL Monroe. That
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure that was Bam. That was Saban's first year.
Saban lost to UL Monroe.
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that was a
Anything is
thing.
possible, people. Anything is possible.
Yeah, but not in this day and age. I don't think UL Monroe will ever beat Alabama.
Yeah. Mhm.
Moving on. I don't. That's all you have for Bama.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say this. I flirted with the idea of Florida State maybe winning until their
Are
quarterback's
you
coming out
kidding
and
me?
just no. Okay, this was like months ago. Whenever they had gotten their transfer quarterback, who I thought was really good, and now this dude's just talking like so much smack between these two teams.
Didn't Florida
Bama's gonna
State go 2-10 last year?
yeah. But they revamped their whole team.
Oh yeah, they
If you
revamped.
let me finish, Connor, good
Sorry.
God, I flirted with the idea of it a long time ago,
Two
and
and
then
ten.
their Florida State's quarterback has just been running his mouth. So now I think Bama wins by 40. The game is in Tallahassee though, so they might win by 30. Moving on to Arkansas, their over under in Vegas is 5.5, and I also have the under at 5 with wins over. Okay, well, two terrible teams, Alabama A&M and Arkansas State, and Memphis. And then I have them beating Mississippi State and Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee's going to be very good this year. And then I think I have them 2-6 in the conference, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm 2-6 in the SEC. I don't think Arkansas is not very good. I think
So you
Sam
have them
Pittman.
beating Memphis?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
I think they'll be 3-1 after week 4, look feeling great, and then they got to go play Notre Dame, which is a very interesting matchup. I don't know. I'm not did not know that was a thing until I did my research last night. Notre Dame's coming down to Fayetteville, but yeah, I don't think Arkansas is very good. I think this is Sam Pittman's last year as a coach. I think he gets fired, and oh well, poor Archie.
Poor Arky. That's weird. So far, we're on the same wavelength, Brock. I also have them 5-7. I have them actually winning 3 games in conference play over Mizzou in the last game of the season, and then against Mississippi State and Tennessee. I have them losing to Memphis. I think Memphis is actually
Okay,
going to be pretty solid this year. So, not
well, I'm
too much
looking.
to say against about Arkansas,
Yeah,
other than I think they're going to be a subpar team.
yeah, very. They're very made in football. Just call it as it is. Looks like CBS Sports is also on our wavelength. They have actually them beating the three teams we said. So A&M, Alabama A&M, Arkansas State, Mississippi State, Missouri, Memphis, and Texas A&M. So they have them 6-6. So it looks like we're on the same wavelength.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think Arkansas is very good. Just plain and simple. We already said that. They have nothing. They lost their best receiver last year, to Andrew Armstrong, and I don't think they gained anybody back. So they're just gonna have a really bad year. Moving on to, I would say the second hardest team to predict is the Auburn Tigers. I had no idea. Vegas has them over under 7.5. I have them 7-5.
Seven and a
So
half, I feel like is ambitious. I feel like it should
yeah,
be six and a
that's
half.
yeah. I mean, and they're granted their schedule's relatively light when it comes to SEC. Obviously, the SEC is nothing's easy, but I would give them like their hardest games are. I would say they're all at home. Yeah, Georgia, Bama, and well, okay, Oklahoma's on the road, but other than that, I still have them losing to Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, Vanderbilt again. I have Vandy beating them again,
Really?
and Bama. I have them a 7-5, possibly 8-4 if they beat Bama, because that one's a coin flip. But I think Auburn has a very if it is 8-4, it's gonna be a very disappointing 8-4, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Auburn's season really just is in the hands of Jackson Arnold. I mean, if he balls
Exactly.
out, Auburn's going to do well. If he lays an egg like he did last year, then I think Auburn could easily be 5-7, 4-8. I have them 7-5. I think Arnold will be better than he was last year. 'Cause I mean that was a complete dumpster fire.
Yeah.
But I actually have them I have them losing to Georgia Southern. I think
Okay. That's Georgia Sub.
they played Georgia Southern in the third game of the year.
Did I miss? I have South Alabama. Hold on. That might be a mistake on my
Oh no,
part.
ugh, it might be South Alabama. I don't know, but
Are you
I have
thinking? I think you're thinking of Georgia. Vandy plays Georgia State. Is that who you're thinking of?
no, I don't know where I saw Georgia Southern. I might just
Let
be
me,
tweaking. But
I'm looking that up right now while you're talking because
Now that you say, I think it is South Alabama.
yeah, it is South Alabama.
Yeah, because I remember, I don't know why I got Georgia Southern. I might have been, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So you
But
have them losing to South
I
Alabama
have them
then?
losing that game, yes.
Hmm.
But then I have them beating, obviously, Mercer. No disrespect. But and then I have them beating
Oh my
Kentucky.
God.
What?
Poor Mercer has to play Auburn and Bama. Is that true? Don't they play Bama every year? No, they don't play them this year.
That would have been
Never mind.
awful for
Never
poor
mind.
Mercer.
Yeah.
But I have them beating Mercer, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mizzou, and A&M in the SEC.
Okay. That's exactly who I have. I just have them losing A&M.
Okay.
So you have them 6-6,
7 and 5.
7-5?
Yeah.
Okay, wow, so I'm 7-5. So you have them beating Baylor week one?
I have them beating Baylor week 1.
Okay. I do think Baylor's a good team, but I think Auburn does.
Is
Uh,
Aranda still the head coach over there?
hmm
He is.
Yeah. A lot of people might think Auburn's like they're seeing all this stuff about the recruiting and Hugh Freeze is playing too much golf. I don't know if you've seen all those headlines. They have a
No.
good squad this year. That their wide receivers, like Eric Singleton from Georgia's Tech, and then Cam Coleman. That's a
Yeah.
solid squad. I just think they're just other than that, the quarterback situation is not very good.
I feel like Hugh Free, I mean, I feel like he has, I mean, he was very highly touted out of high school. And it seems like what happened at Oklahoma last year was
Oh,
just
oh, oh.
what?
Okay. You said Hugh Freeze and then said out of high school. I was a little,
No,
you,
I
you
said
mean
he.
you're talking about? Oh, okay. Never mind.
No,
Okay,
he. I'm talking about
misheard.
Arnold. Arnold was
Okay.
highly touted out of high school, and it just seems like what at
Mhm.
Oklahoma was just a complete dumpster fire.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean, I don't want to look too much into that last season at Oklahoma. I kind of want to give him a fresh start at Auburn,
yeah,
and I honestly like. I feel like Hugh Freeze might be a good guy to do that with. Because
yeah.
I mean he's obviously been around SEC football forever. I mean at Ole
Mhm.
Miss.
Yeah,
Um, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Auburn Tiger season shapes out.
for sure. CBS Sports actually has them going 9-3 with
Whoa.
wins over Bama and yeah, that's really it. They have losses to A&M, Oklahoma, and Georgia.
Yeah.
That's surprising to me. That's crazy.
I feel like 9-3 is kind of lofty.
That's pushing it. I think a large portion of Auburn fans would kill for a 9-3 season this year.
Yeah.
Something interesting I didn't realize you mentioned. Arnold gets to go back to Oklahoma to play them. They're playing in Norman this year.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. I do have them taking the L there though, because Oklahoma I think could be
I
sneaky
also have
good.
them losing.
I forget exactly what I had Oklahoma. I think they'll be good, but hold on, never mind. Just never mind. Moving
We'll get
on
there.
to the hardest team to predict for me because I just didn't know there was a lot of toss-ups is the Florida Gators. I'm very high on Florida. They just have a tough schedule, a really, really tough schedule. Um, with that being said, I have them 9-3. Completely, uh, just they're over under 6.5, by the way. Which, if I'm not a betting man, but if I
Florida's
was,
is
I
six
am
and a half.
6.5.
Really?
I don't bet. If I did, I would hammer the over on that. Um, they have losses to LSU, Texas A&M, or Texas and A&M. It's like whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
Georgia and Ole Miss. I have losses to LSU because it's in Death Valley, and the last I think LSU's beat them in Death Valley like 5 times in a row or something like that, something
Mhm.
crazy. Georgia and Ole Miss actually. That one, I think Ole Miss does get their revenge this year against them. Um, the big wins I have is against Texas and Texas A&M. Texas, I don't know if you remember last year, Florida hung around with Texas with their third string quarterback.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think, and that they have a better roster this year. They have Lagway, who's fully healthy, and a Texas team who's breaking in a new quarterback. As we said, we'll get to that because me and Connor both have shocking predictions for Texas. But yeah, I think Florida's gonna be very good this year. Possible playoff team. We'll see. The only thing that could keep them out is how brutal that schedule is.
Yeah.
The one upside or positive is some of their harder games are at home. With Texas and well, Georgia's a neutral site, so I guess it's technically a home game. And then Florida State, which is always hard for them because it's a rivalry. Their hardest game, I would say, away, with the exception of LSU, which I have them losing, is Ole Miss, and I have them lose both of those games coincidentally. But I do think they'll take care of business. That team's really good. They have the running back Jaden Ball, I think his name is. He's a
Yeah.
stud.
Hmm.
Their receivers are good. I can't think of the dude's name right now off the top of my head, but he tore LSU up last year, and I think Langley and him are going to have a very good connection this year.
I've been hearing things about, like I told you, I've been doing my research. So there was like multiple sources that said Jaden Ball is a dark horse Heisman
Heisman.
candidate.
Yep.
So I don't know. Remember the name Jaden Ball? I think he
Oh,
got some volume.
I
Was
do.
that?
I do. I remember that dude.
No, I know. I'm talking to the
Yeah.
listeners, Brock.
Yeah.
Um, but he didn't get a ton of volume last year. I think he might have been dinged up a little bit. Also, there was another running back there. But I don't know. I think he'll be the workhorse this year, and who knows? But it's weird. I also have Florida 9-3 with losses
Look at
against
us.
the same exact teams, except I have them beating Georgia and losing to Texas.
Okay.
So
Those two I was kind of flip-flop because I do think they split those
yeah,
games. I think they find a way
exactly.
to win one of them. This
Yep.
might be the year they get over the Georgia hump, but I do think they have a better chance of beating Texas.
hmm
Um, but can I just preface, we did not talk about this at all, and I think we have the
No,
same record for almost every team.
that's insane. You know what else is insane? How Auburn's win total is 7.5 and Georgia's is 6.5, or Florida's is 6.5.
That is interesting. Now,
That doesn't really
yeah,
make
that's
sense.
I don't know what Vegas is thinking. I guess just because Florida's schedule is so hard,
Yeah, Florida's
and Auburn's
schedule is
is
tough.
actually really easy.
Yeah.
Four of their, I mean, we'll see. Speaking of another win total that I think is just stupid, and that is Georgia at 9.5. Um,
What?
that's I would love to, and even okay, CBS Sports has them 9.5, and they have them going 11-1.
Whoa.
That make sense with their one loss being at Tennessee, which I also have. Let's flip the page. I'm sorry, my apologies. I also have them 11-1, but the one loss I have is to Texas. I think Texas does get their revenge on them after being swept last year, um, which I'll get to more on Texas. I know I said that Archie. I'll wait till we get to Texas to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, I think Georgia, even though Gunnar Stockton hasn't really done much, I don't know if he's going to be very good. That roster around him is just so good. Their defense is going to be top three, obviously, because I mean Kirby, he's going to have a top five,
Always.
top three
hmm
defense always. They're bringing in Zachariah Branch from USC, actually both Branch twins, who's going to bring explosiveness to that offense, which Georgia has been needing over the past couple years. But guys, if y'all remember, I'm pretty sure they went undefeated with Carson Beck. I think Georgia will be fine with whoever they have at quarterback. I fully expect them to be right back in the playoff, probably winning the SEC, unless a certain team down south has something to say about it, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I think Georgia goes 11-1 with a pretty commanding 11-1, with no bumps in the road except for Texas.
I also have them 11-1,
Yes.
losing to this is crazy. I have them losing to Florida though, as I just mentioned.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh, I mean, you touched on it all. I mean, if Gunnar Stockton does not pan out, I can see them maybe getting 2, 3 losses. But I have full confidence that Georgia will have another strong season and wind up in the college football playoff.
for sure. I mean, something I thought was interesting. Georgia only has three away games this year. Which I mean,
How
technically
does
it's
that
four
work?
because the Florida game is neutral site.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense,
Where's
but
that
that's
game
just
played?
somewhere in Florida. So technically it's a home game for Florida. It's somewhere in Florida. I think it's in oh God, I can't think of it's
That's all right.
somewhere up there. Maybe Jacksonville. I think it's
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
That's just weird that Georgia has three away games this year against
Yeah, it's
Tennessee,
Auburn and
Mississippi
Florida
State,
State.
and Auburn. That's
Yeah.
Florida State.
Or Mississippi State, sorry.
Yeah,
I just have
which
state written down here.
okay.
So,
Okay. All right. Well, moving on, unless you have any last final words on Georgia.
just another strong
Okay.
season coming.
Yeah. Moving on to, I would argue, is the second worst team in the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats.
I'm
Over,
interested to see what you have a team like Kentucky.
yeah, over under at 4.5. And let me just say, start with this. Um, I had the exact same as CBS as their three wins being Toledo, Eastern Michigan, and Tennessee Tech. I had Kentucky 3-9. Kentucky's not
You
going to
don't
be
have
good
them
this
getting
year.
a single SEC win.
No, I have them go 0-9 in the conference. I mean, that is a brutal conference schedule. Let me just, that is, and they lost their top two receivers
hmm
and their quarterback. So they're replacing their top two receivers and quarterback, and they had that schedule. For those who aren't looking at their schedule right now, they have to play Ole Miss, at South Carolina, at Georgia, at home against Texas as a three-game stretch. First off,
Whew.
that is the hardest three-game stretch I've ever seen. Then they have Tennessee at home, which I could maybe see them scratching that out, possibly, because I don't think Tennessee is very good. At Auburn, at home against Florida. Then they have Tennessee Tech, which I have a win. At Vandy, at Louisville. I mean, it is just a brutal schedule for Kentucky. Last year they pulled it out against Ole Miss when nobody saw that coming, but I don't think that happens this year. I have them three and
That was
nine.
due to the Ole Miss kicker missing a kick, though.
Was it? I don't know. I
Yeah,
was
it
at that
was
was
because I
the
remember we were
I didn't
at
watch this.
I
Yeah,
was at I was on campus at LSU for that
I
game,
was as
and I
well.
remember walking past somebody who was watching it, and it was like wide left. It wasn't even really close.
Yeah, that was family weekend because I was there. Yeah, I was up
Okay.
there too.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch. Like the only time I saw it was I looked at my phone. I got a notification that Kentucky upset Ole Miss, and
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard about that. That was one of the it was so fun. It was like oh. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you have Kentucky three
I
and
have
nine, four
Kentucky
and
3
eight.
and 9 as well,
This is
except I have them getting an SEC win against Vanderbilt. I have them losing to Toledo.
wow.
Dude, the Rockets are always a tough team. They're
Yeah,
always tough.
yeah, yeah. I
They
guess.
make bowls every year. Look for Toledo to be an 8-9 win ball team.
I Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't shock me. I don't think Kentucky's very good.
No, I don't either. I
Uh,
would hope they could beat Eastern Michigan and Tennessee Tech.
man, this is poor Kentucky. Their quarterback's a seventh year senior on his fourth team.
They
Might I
have they
add?
have basketball. It's all right.
Yeah,
They have basketball.
yeah. Their quarterback Zach Calzada. For those who don't know, he was on the Texas A&M team that upset Alabama a few years ago. That goes to show that a good team around a bad quarterback can get some things done.
Yeah.
Texas. I'm gonna move on. We're gonna skip LSU. So
Yeah.
I'll move on to the worst team in the conference, Mississippi State, who's oh my God, their over under is at 3.5. Oh, Jesus. Okay, CBS has them beating Arizona State. I don't agree with that at all. I have Arizona State beating them. Their three wins I have is Southern Miss, which I actually put an asterisk by, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois. Similar to Kentucky, an absolutely brutal SEC schedule for Mississippi
Poor
State.
Mississippi State, man.
That's all I got. Nothing. I don't
Yeah,
really have.
I had them 3 and 9 as well. I mean,
Yeah.
not too much. I mean, Southern Miss, Alcorn State, and who's the other team?
Northern Illinois.
Yeah, I have UNI. So, I mean, yikes.
Uh, okay, shout out. I'm reading this right now. The aforementioned Toledo Rockets actually blew out Mississippi State last year, if you remember. I'm pretty sure at home. Yeah.
Told you,
Mississippi
man.
State at
The
home got
Rockets are
blown out
tough.
by. I might have to go back and switch Kentucky. I mean, 3-9, 2-10. Who's really
Yeah, who
counting?
really cares?
I think that's two over. That's two teams that I had that go over in the conference.
Holy
Just
damn.
yeah. I mean, I don't think either of these teams are very,
I think
very good.
that's the first team I have over. So
Yeah, they don't have the luxury of playing each other. So I mean, yeah,
somebody's got to win in that
Yeah,
case.
Mississippi State's terrible. I guess I'll say one game that they could possibly win in the SEC is the Tennessee because Tennessee's not very good.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I have Tennessee's two SEC wins. I don't remember exactly. I think they're both
Nico really
Kentucky.
screwed Tennessee, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Moving on. Do you have anything else on Mississippi
No,
State?
no, no. That's all I
Okay,
got on
all right.
lowly Mississippi State.
Yeah, yeah. Moving on to Missouri, whose over-under is at 7.5, which I have them at 6-6, with wins over. I'll do notable wins. I'm not gonna keep saying the non-conference. Okay, Kansas, ULL, shout out Connor. Mississippi State and Arkansas. That's my
Hmm.
6 wins.
Okay.
Well, that's my okay. That's four of their 6 wins that I have them getting.
Yeah. I have Mizzou 5 and 7.
Oh, my
Except
first.
I know, except I have them losing to Ula. Come on.
Okay, well
Come
that's
on,
okay.
man.
Okay, well then,
The
so
Cajuns are
you
hungry.
really, so
Walker
you really,
Howard's coming.
oh, and Shelton Sampson. I forgot both of those guys are on. Ooh la la,
I dropped my pen, sorry.
you're good. Two former LSU greats. Well, not
No, but
greats. Like,
I seriously think Walker Howard could do something special at UL.
uh, Okay. I mean, this would definitely be something special beating Missouri at home or on the road.
Yeah,
That would do it. Do I think it happens? No. Could I see it?
you're
Yeah, I
telling
could
me
see
there's a
anything.
chance.
I mean, I saw Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year, so I mean, I
You
guess
saw
anything's
Diego
possible.
Pavia say he owns it.
Yeah, the state of Alabama, which I mean, I guess he does. He beat them both last year. He's beat Auburn
Diego
twice.
Pavia is a quarterback.
He will be a quarterback of all time. CBS has Missouri at 8-4. I don't see that. Just plain and simple. I don't. They have a beating South Carolina, which is that's just
Is that
that's
game at South Carolina or Missouri?
um it's at home,
At
which I
home.
mean
Yeah.
that's basically a home game for South Carolina because Missouri fans are not good.
Yeah.
I'm
They
just
should
gonna
have stayed in the Big 12, man.
yeah, plain and simple. Missouri's not a good home field for any. I mean, they're probably the bottom of the league behind, besides like maybe Kentucky, but we digress. That I think that's the first team that we were not the same on,
It might have been.
and I think this next team is going to be very similar because you said you were high on Oklahoma, whose win total was a 6.5. I have them 6-6, just because their schedule
Okay.
is so hard, similar to other teams you mentioned. Poor Oklahoma. I have them losing to Michigan week 2, which
Really?
I had Oklahoma at first until I saw somebody out of Michigan did an interview, and it was like a Michigan, or it might have just been a college football reporter, said that Michigan's offense looks explosive, which we have not seen from Michigan in
Is that
years.
possible?
I,
Michigan's
I mean, with Bryce Underwood, I guess you can revamp a whole offense. I don't think Michigan's going to be too good. I mean, I'm sure they'll go
I
nine and
think
three, ten
Michigan
and
will
two.
probably finish like 20th in the AP. Something like
Yeah, I
that.
mean the Big Ten's just not very strong. They're very top heavy.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to listen to any Big Ten fans out there saying that they're better than the SEC. Like, come on, it's just shut up.
I would
Um,
love to have an argument with somebody about that
yeah,
one
but
day.
name
That
one
would be
person you
fun.
ever met who likes a Big Ten school.
Well, I mean, we're from the South, bro.
It's fair. I'm just saying. Big Ten fans are
I also have them losing to Michigan, by the way.
yeah,
So,
okay. So all right, we're going a little I'm going off the rails here. So my losses for Oklahoma are Michigan, Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Bama, and LSU. So I have
mhm.
them losing all their hard games pretty much. That's just plain and simple.
Yeah. I have Oklahoma 9-3. I have them I have them beating LSU. I have them beating Bama. Um, I have them beating Ole Miss and Texas. Um, we lost Brock for a second. And then I have them losing to South Carolina. I think Lenore Sellers is going to be really good. We're going to get into them later. I have them losing to Tennessee, and then, like I said earlier, I have them losing to Michigan. I think Oklahoma has a chance to be very explosive this year with their new quarterback, John Matier.
Mhm.
I mean, he was at Washington State last year, put up some good numbers. Um, Obviously, 9-3 might be a little lofty just because of, like Brock said, their schedule is
Whoa.
brutal.
Oh, you have 9-3? I did not hear that.
Yeah, so I have them, I have
Wow.
them 9-3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I have them 9-3. But obviously, some of these games are coin flips. They can go any way, as is seems like almost every SEC game except for Mississippi State and Kentucky. But
yeah.
um, but I honestly have high hopes for Oklahoma this year. It'll be interesting to see. 'Cause I mean, last year obviously did not uh work out with the Jackson Arnold experience.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, who knows? Like you said, that Auburn game is going to be really interesting.
Yeah. So what I said earlier about Georgia, how like a good roster could complement a bad quarterback or a subpar quarterback, I think it's flipped on its head here. Oklahoma lost I would say their top two pass catchers, both to LSU, coincidentally. I mean, I know Nick Anderson didn't play much last year, but his freshman year he was a leading receiver, and he would have
Mm.
been easily the wide receiver one last year. And then they also lost Bauer Sharp to LSU. I think that makes a huge difference. I don't know how good their roster is. I like I don't. Okay,
I've
I
been
said that
hearing
wrong.
they're pretty solid. I've been hearing
Yeah,
they're pretty solid.
yeah, but I mean, I think pretty sure they're just replacing everybody, so they're kind of a question mark in the league.
Hmm.
Could I see him pulling out some games? Yes, of course. Um, do I think they will? No, I don't. I think they go 6-6. I think Brent Venables. I think this is probably it for him at Oklahoma. Another 6-6 season, which is crazy that he was so good with Dabo Swinney at Clemson. He just hasn't been able to figure it out in the SEC.
Yeah.
Just shows how good the SEC is. But yeah, moving on from Oklahoma. Ole Miss, very interesting. I have the over-under for Ole Miss is 8.5. Which I don't know if I said Oklahoma, but I think it was six and
Eight
a
and a
half. But
half? Damn.
that seems okay. For me, I have them at 8-4. So, but there's an asterisk. My four losses, and Connor, I was talking to you this, but talking about this with you before, that was hard to get out. I'm sorry. LSU, or Georgia, South Carolina, and the boys from Uptown and Tulane. I had Tulane upsetting Ole Miss.
Shout out
Now,
Tulane. They just
shout
got
out
Jake
Tulane.
Retzlaff.
Yeah, they did. That's part of my thing. Also, I know the coach of Tulane, so that might be a little biased, but probably not because I don't like Ole Miss. Tulane's a very good squad. I think an X factor that no one's talking about is Ty Thompson moving from quarterback to tight end. I'm pretty sure he's 6'6", 200 something pounds. He's going to be a very good tight end. It also shows the kind of guy he is that he's switching positions for his team, just been doing anything for his team to win.
Mm.
I do have Ole Miss losing to Tulane because they're also breaking in a new quarterback that nobody really knows about. He's played a little bit last year, but it was in garbage time games. That's Austin Simmons. Um, Ole Miss, I mean, they're always going to be pretty good. I would think it's just I don't really like them, so I'm kind of a little biased here. Uh, so, CBS has them 9-3. I have them 8-4, which probably 9-3 if we're being honest. But I'm rocking with the boys from Uptown. Their three losses I have is LSU, Georgia, Oklahoma. I obviously said LSU, Georgia, and South Carolina, which I would love to. I'm waiting to see what they have for South Carolina because I'm very high on South Carolina. It doesn't seem like CBS or Vegas is.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
that's all I got.
I'm also high on South Carolina. And we can kind of segue into that right now. I mean, I have Ole Miss 7-5. I don't really know what to expect from them this year.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm not reacting to you. I'm reacting to. I'll get into it.
okay. I'm assuming you just saw South Carolina's win total.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, Ole Miss has a few layup games: Georgia State, Kentucky, the Citadel. The Citadel is a D1 or
I
D1
don't.
FCS, I think. D1 FCS, I think the Citadel
They
is.
they are a football team.
They're a
They play
team.
football. They play
Yeah,
football.
they do. They have a football program over there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know a damn thing about Ole Miss this year other than Lane Kiffin is a competent coach in the SEC. So I think he can get them 7, 8 wins.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on. Just getting right to it. South Carolina's over under. I would like for you to guess before we say this.
Say our over under is 8.5.
7.5.
Really?
When I said that Florida's was smashing the over, I am double hammering the over on this. Are you kidding me? I mean, I, I'm like baffled at this, like genuinely baffled. Their hardest games they get at home, with the exception of LSU, who I do have them losing to.
Yep.
Uh,
They get
I
Bama
also
at
have them.
home.
I have them 9-3. I forgot to. I have them 9-3, with losses to LSU, Texas A&M, and Clemson. I think Clemson's going to be extremely good this year. We'll get to that when we talk about LSU. Uh, CBS has South Carolina at 6-6. Oh my God,
Whoa. Really?
that's very, very shocking. I mean, phew, if I'm not mistaken, South Carolina is returning Rocket Sanders as well. My hold on,
That's
it's
a running back,
alive.
huh? That's the
Yeah,
crazy running back from
yes,
CFP last year.
yeah.
The game.
Is he still at? If he's still there, like that's a huge, huge get. Yeah, he's still there.
Oh.
What in the world?
I
Okay,
mean,
never
right
mind, never
now
mind, never mind, never mind. He is not still there. It looks like
he's
he
not.
participated at their pro day. Okay, so never mind. He's not still there, but still, I mean, Lenore sells his legs, makes up for that.
Yeah.
This is very shocking. 6-6. What are we doing?
If
What do you
if you
have him
had to
at?
make a Heisman prediction right now, I'm taking Lenore Sellers. I am. I'm taking Lenore Sellers. And with that being said, I have the Gamecocks 10-2. I have the
Oh my
Gamecocks 10-2.
God.
I have them losing in Death Valley to LSU.
Of
And then
course.
I also have them losing to Bama. So, I
I
mean,
have him. I have him beating Bama. I forgot to mention that.
okay. Yeah, look
I
at that.
almost had him last year.
The Clemson, obviously, that's going to be a real tough game. At A&M, sure, tough game. I think they can win it. Um, And then these other games, I mean, I think they got Ole Miss. I think they got Oklahoma, Kentucky. I mean, come on. Vandy, shout out Diego Pavia, but I don't think so. And then they play Virginia Tech, who is not a good team at all. And they play, I think that's South Carolina Upstate,
Mm, something like that.
something like that. I mean, I think 10-2 is 100% in the reach for
Hmm.
Gamecock football this year. And if I'm a South Carolina fan, I am very excited to watch my team play.
For sure, for sure. Another reason I had them 9-3 was because I mean some of their, like I said, some of their better games are at home. They get that obviously we saw what that could do last year with LSU.
Yeah.
That had on the ropes last year to a very subpar South Carolina team, which we thought they were subpar, but I think they ended 9-3, which not a lot of people talk about. South Carolina ended 9-3 last year.
If they ended 9-3 this year with Lenore Sellers getting another year under his belt, I mean, now granted their schedule might not have been as difficult,
That's true.
but
But still shocking to see South Carolina 6-6 with
that
CBS Sports. That's they're uh,
that is shocking.
these
14
guys
plus.
get paid and you got I mean these guys get paid for that. I mean, you kidding me? What you got? I don't understand. Moving on to Tennessee, which oh my God, you want to talk about a bad win total? Tennessee at 9.5 wins. Are we kidding? I mean, this I had
Nine and a
Tennessee
half?
9.5, and they nine and
What?
a half, and CBS has them going 10-2 with losses to Bama and Florida.
They do know Nico Iamaleava is not there anymore,
I
right?
would, you'd think so. I'm looking at it. It doesn't. Um, okay,
That is absurd.
okay. It looks like no, no. Yeah, it says that Nico left. That's ridiculous. Uh, Jesus Lord.
That
Okay,
is
well,
absurd.
I have 7-5 with losses to
I mean,
Georgia.
literally just like glancing at this, I see three losses.
They haven't beaten Georgia. I have lost to Georgia. I have Arkansas beating them, as I said before. Bama, Oklahoma, and Florida. I have all five of those teams beating them.
I also have Arkansas beating
Yeah,
them.
I,
And they have
this
them what,
is
10-2?
yeah.
That is unreal. I
That's
have
really
them
bad.
losing to Vandy as well.
I'm almost positive they also lost. Okay, so they lost their top two receivers, their running back, and their quarterback. And CBS Sports has them going 10-2.
Wait, what do you
Just
have them?
shows
Sorry.
I have them 7-5.
That's exactly what I have them.
It just that's just good Lord. Sports
I
media. That's
I mean,
sports media
okay,
for you.
give them Kentucky, give them New Mexico State, give them East Tennessee, Syracuse, UAB, Mississippi State. They aren't winning it. Maybe Arkansas.
Yeah. I mean 6-6, 7-5 seems more probable than 10-2. Oh God, that's bad.
I'd say 4-8 is more probable than 10-2.
Hey, I wouldn't yeah, I wouldn't. I mean I could see Syracuse
Ten and
beating them.
two. I mean, I,
Is it ridiculous to say Syracuse with Ricky Collins transferring in from LSU? I don't know anything about Syracuse. I'm just saying I don't
I
think
I
Tennessee's
was
very
looking
good.
at ACC preseason polls and they had Syracuse at like 10. So I'm
Okay.
not sure if we're expecting too much from
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Well, I wasn't expecting much from Tennessee, but clearly CBS Sports
Clearly they
is.
are. I mean,
I mean, that's bad. That's really bad. I guess they did go to the playoff last year. Maybe they're banking on that. They could have some guys coming back, but still, that's bad.
yeah.
Moving on. Okay, this is just they have Texas and Tennessee at the same win total,
At 9.5.
9.5. And dude, how do people at CBS Sports? Sorry for the technical delay. We ran out of time there. But as I was saying, I don't know how the people at CBS Sports have a job. They had Texas and Tennessee as the same win total at 9.5. I had Texas 10-2, which even I thought when I did that was a little low. There are two losses I have at Ohio State and Florida. But I could easily see them at 12-0. I mean, like I said before, a average quarterback can be backed up by a very solid roster, very, very good elite roster, actually, might I add. Arch is he's unproven, but I think that roster around him is definitely capable of winning 10, 11 games. But yeah, nothing much really to say about Texas. They're going to be very good this year again.
Yeah. I disagree with you on the 10-2. I'm going to take the mic on this one for a little bit. I have Texas 8 and
Ooh,
4, and all you the Longhorn faithful kick rocks. First
eight
game
and four.
against
Whoa, I just heard that 8-4.
Yes, 8-4. I have Texas 8-4. That
Oh,
first game against Ohio State, Arch Manning will not be prepared for that. I can 100% assure you of that. They're dropping that one. Okay, I'll give you San Jose State. I'll give you that one. I'll also give you
oh,
UTEP. I'll also give you Sam Houston, and I'll even give you Florida. But then we get into the Red River rivalry. Um,
you're giving them Florida in the swamp.
I'm giving them Florida, and
I'll let
then
you go.
Oklahoma loss. Kentucky, I mean, you got Kentucky and Mississippi State back to back. Okay, 2 wins. So, I mean, right now you're only at 2 losses. But then you get Georgia, who you're going to lose to. Georgia owns Texas. I mean, they swept them. They swept them last year. And then, okay, Arkansas. I mean, come on. I mean, Arkansas didn't do anything to Texas. So y'all can have that win against Arkansas. And then you're losing to A&M. So
Wow,
you are dropping, to kind of
fireworks.
recap that, A&M, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Ohio State.
Wow.
8-4.
I,
Um, and
I,
Arch Manning, look, man, I know we're from the same town, but I just don't think, and as a matter of fact, I know he's not going to be prepared for that first game against Ohio State. The lights will be too bright.
oh, in the
Uh,
horseshoe too, like in at Ohio State.
yeah.
That's a
And
big
then,
factor.
okay, I feel like San Jose State, UTEP, San Houston. Okay, that'll be give him some confidence, give him 3 wins under his belt. But I don't know if Sark. I don't know if Sark has it in him. He's not proven really anything yet. I mean, at least guys like Kirby Smart have the championships to back up if you have a bad year. Sark doesn't really have anything. So if Texas has a down year this year, could we be losing, or could we be looking at Texas losing Sark, firing Sark?
Oh, no chance.
You
No,
don't
no
think?
chance. No chance.
I There would be grumblings if Texas went 8-4 this year. I'm telling you, there would be grumblings.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he's going anywhere. He'd have to have a really okay, but
Eight
I
and
don't
four,
know.
man. Eight and
I've seen
four
crazier.
with Arch Manning, the
Yeah,
most
well,
highly touted name we've
number
had
one
in a
pick,
while.
number one pick on everybody's mock draft.
Yes, yes. I mean, look, horns down, horns down.
Always, always, always. That's okay. I thought BA having him at 10-2 was crazy. If I told that. Wow. All right. Uh,
SEC,
fireworks.
man. It's the SEC.
It is the SEC.
Shout out Cat, Carl Anthony Towns. It's the SEC.
After all that, okay.
All right. We're done. We're done. We're done.
So yeah, Texas. Wow.
Kick rocks.
I'm speechless after that. I'm not gonna lie. Moving on to my second least favorite team in the SEC, the Aggies of A&M. Um, I have the real Texas 8-4 right here. A&M's going 8-4. It's like dead Texas and A&M going 8-4. I have losses to Florida, LSU, South Carolina, and Texas, which
You
I
have
would
them beating
assume,
Notre Dame.
yes, I do. I have them getting revenge on Notre Dame. As Notre Dame came into Kyle Field last year and beat them.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, A&M always wins a game they're not supposed to, but then they always lose games they're not supposed to. It's just they're so weird to predict. It's
Yeah.
like you never know. I have them 8-4 with their losses being like good losses. I guess something's a good loss, or but I could easily see them dropping to like a team like Arkansas or Auburn. They're just so weird to predict.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I have them 8-4, but I'm very curious to see what you have. So I'm going to shut up because after what happened just with Texas, I'm
I
very
mean,
curious.
A&M, I feel like the writing is kind of on the wall for them this season. 7-5, 8-4, 6-6. I have them 7-5. I have them losing to Notre Dame, losing to Auburn, losing to Florida, losing to LSU, and losing to South Carolina. Those are all games that they can easily lose.
They could also lose against Texas too, which would put them at six
Yes,
and six for you.
and
That's crazy.
Texas, which would make them 6-6. You're right, but um, I have Texas losing that one.
Wow. I, I, wow. I'm very curious to see who you have in your SEC championship when we're done with this. Moving on to the second to last team before we get into LSU. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores, whose over under win total is
Everybody's
at
favorite
four.
team.
Yes, yes, of course. Whose over under win total is at 4-8, 4.5, and CBS has them going 4-8. which is extremely disrespectful, might I
Yeah.
add. I mean, all they did
Diego
was get better.
Pavia will show you.
Yeah, all they did was got better last year. I feel like that better than last year, I, but I guess not. I have them at 7-5. Yes, Vanderbilt's gonna have a winning record this year. Which I have their losses to South Carolina, Bama, LSU, Texas, and Tennessee. Which I guess I could have made four because they could squeak out a win against Tennessee. The only thing is it's at Neyland
Yeah.
Stadium. It's in so probably not. But I have him 7-5. I do think, like I mean, I said earlier that Auburn's going to lose to him. I could definitely see Auburn winning that game, though. So it's 6-6, 7-5 is kind of where I have him. I'm curious to see where you have him. Because it's the end.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Okay.
what I have. Like
Okay. Well.
literally same exact schedule prediction as you.
All
Seven
right.
and five.
Well. See, we're back on track.
Yeah, we're back.
And then finally, we'll get into everybody's. I'm gonna sit up for this one because I've been waiting for this one. Everyone's actual favorite team, the LSU Tigers, play the fight song, everything, all that. Um, okay, so what I did for this is completely different from every other team. I did a ceiling and a floor. So I'm going to start with my ceiling. Okay, I have a ceiling, floor, and then what I actually think they're going to go. So my ceiling, I'll start with this. This is the absolute homer in me. I'm just going to be honest. This is complete bias. Losing to Clemson week one, I'm not going to lie. I have that across the board. I don't think they beat Clemson week one. It's just I might be a little biased, but I'm also a little realist. That's a very hard place to play at the fake Death Valley.
Yeah.
Don't I saw that head movement. Don't do that. So my ceiling for them is losing the week one and then winning all 11 games at 11-1. Do I see that happening? Probably not, if I'm
I
being
feel like the
honest.
ceiling for this team could be running the table, man. I feel like
Yeah, it's just
if they win that Clemson game, which I truly do think
yeah,
is a
but
toss up, then I feel like they could run the table.
what was the key word that you just
If
said? Yeah, exactly. Until I see Brian Kelly led team win week one, I'm not going to pick them
well,
to
no,
win
I
week
know,
one.
but I'm talking about like absolute ceiling. I feel
Yeah, I
like they
guess
could.
yeah. Well, I mean
I don't think it's gonna happen, but
everybody's ceiling is 12-0, everybody's floor is 7-12. But let's
well, I
just be
mean,
honest.
Mississippi State's ceiling is
Yes, I
high.
understand what you're saying. Interesting enough, they're having a Brian Kelly LSU breakdown in the corner of my screen right now as I'm on CBS Sports.
It's a
Which okay,
sign.
I need to go back up to their win total. I'm sorry, I forgot to go. So their win total is at 8.5, which
Oh
is
God, give me the over.
yeah, 100%. So now should I do the? I'm gonna do the floor first, and then what I think that
Yeah.
they're gonna
Mhm.
go. So my floor for them is 9-3. Um, because
Your
let me
floor
let
is
me
higher than the win total for CBS.
yeah,
That's
LSU. I
crazy.
feel like every year LSU has a lower win total than everybody thinks. Which anyway, so my floor 9-3 with losses to Clemson, Bama, and I have Ole Miss just because I think the last like seven matchups between LSU and Ole Miss, the home teams won. Actually, no, I'm lying. The last time the away team won was Joe Burrow in 2019. So there you go. That's the last time the home team, the away team has won in this series. So it's been 6 years. So that's my floor with loss to Clemson, Ole Miss, and Bama. That's like the worst I think they can go. That's if everything goes wrong. If the wheels fall off, if Nussmeier doesn't have a good year, which ain't gonna happen. What I actually think they're gonna go is 10-2 with losses to Clemson and Alabama. That kills me to say because I'm pretty sure I had Bama losing to LSU earlier in our prediction because I wanted to save it for this to say that I think that that's a very big possibility. The only reason I had that as a possible win is because for some odd reason, the away team in this series has always had success. Like I
Really?
think the last two or three times LSU's beaten Bama, okay, with the exception of 2022. The last two or three times before that LSU has beaten Bama, it's been in Bryant-Denny, which is really weird. They just can't beat them in Tiger Stadium for some godforsaken reason. But yeah, I think LSU, they're very capable of going 12-0, like you said. I just can't see them going 12-0 because I can't see them winning week one because they haven't in the Brian Kelly era. Um, yeah, I could 10-2 is probably that's my most confident pick. An 8-4 would be disastrous. I think Brian Kelly's
Eight
fired
eight and
if they
four,
go eight and
Kelly's
four.
gone.
If he goes 8-4 and misses the playoff again, he's gone. You
If they
can
don't make the playoffs, he's gone.
yeah, but even like okay, would you be more happy with okay? So let's do a little hypothetical. They go 9-3 on the cusp of the playoff, and they lose the SEC championship, but they squeak into like a 12 seed. So like they're like a sneaky 12 seed, or would you rather them 8-4, barely somehow squeak into the SEC championship and lose? Okay, hold on. I completely just cut that. I don't know where I was going with that. Never mind. If LSU doesn't make the playoff, Brian Kelly's gone.
He's gone,
I
100%.
should have I should have put more thought into that. I'm sorry. That was
It's all right.
bad.
It's okay.
Let's see what you have, Connor.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have LSU 10-2. I think the sky is the limit for this squad. I
For
really
sure.
do. Um, I think gold at the end is 100% attainable. I have them losing to Clemson. That game is going to be very tough for them. But like I said, I really believe if they get through that Clemson game, all the confidence, all the momentum in the world will be on
Hmm.
their side for the rest of the season. I could see them running the table. But no, I have them 10-2. I have them beating Clemson in the first game, or losing to Clemson, sorry, in the
Yeah,
first
okay.
game, and then losing to Oklahoma in the season finale,
Hmm.
the regular season finale.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I think it's going to be I know it's going to be a very fun season for Tiger Faithful down here.
I sure hope
100%.
so. Uh, I feel like the Clemson game is it's kind of like a win-win. Not really a win-win. That sounds like if you win the game, you have like all the momentum in the world. But if you lose and you run the table at the end of the year, that loss looks really good.
Yeah.
Assuming Clemson's good, I think Clemson's gonna be very good this year.
Club day.
Yeah,
He's
he's
going to
him
be a
and
dog.
Nuss. I think him and Nussmeier are gonna be battling out for the Heisman with the North Sellers lagging behind just because this
Lenore
roster's kind of.
Sellers.
We're gonna do a award show
Yeah. I
prediction
spoiled
later
mine, but it's all right.
later in the week. I'm sure probably 90% of our watchers will probably know where I'm going with the Heisman. Um, but yeah, LSU, man,
Now you're not a homer, Brock.
no, not at all. But I think LSU will be fine this year. I think they'll be very fun to watch, like you said. I think the defense finally turns it around. But I do think that it's going to take a game or two before that happens. So that's why I have them losing to Clemson. The one thing I forgot to mention is for all of LSU's kind of like tough games, they kind of have like a tune-up game before that, with the exception of Clemson, obviously, because it's week one. They had a whole summer to prepare. So they go Clemson week one, then LA Tech. That's kind of like a tune-up game to where they play Florida next week,
Mhm.
which is I think is very huge that you have a game before that that really helps them get
100%.
things going. Same after that. After Florida, they got Southeastern before they get to have to travel to Oxford to play Ole Miss, which I think is huge. Now, I appreciate and after Ole Miss, they have a bye before they play South Carolina, which is huge.
I think the
Uh,
like ultra pessimistic side for LSU season could be looking at after week 3, 1-2. I
if
mean,
LSU's 1-2 after week three, just Brian Kelly might be on the hot seat right there.
yeah,
It
that.
could get things could get bad.
But the
Like,
thing is, that's realistic. I mean, they could easily lose to Florida
yeah,
that game.
I guess you're right. I mean, worst case scenario is after week six, you're 3-3 with, or 2-4, really, with losses to Clemson, Florida, Ole Miss, and South Carolina.
I'm trying to give both ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 2-4 after that South Carolina game, Brian Kelly might get fired mid-season.
Yeah,
It's just like with this roster and everything, all the hype that's going around.
absolutely.
Um, but I don't see that happening. I think they do take because, like I said, I mean, they get Florida at home and South Carolina at home. That's huge. And I think the South Carolina game's at 11 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. Which oh no, never mind. It says TBD. I don't. I think I don't know where I saw 11 a.m. But yeah, I mean, the two of their toughest games early in the season are at home, which is huge. Um, but yeah, I mean, we kind of said everything. Go Tigers! I think this is gonna be a fun year.
If you made it
Hope
through this video, I would like to
God bless you.
say, on behalf of Brock and I, we love you.
Yes, God bless
Uh,
you, because this is the longest video we've ever recorded.
yes, this might be north of an hour. After I edit it, we'll see.
Okay, Connor will probably put in the description a time stamp of when we started talking LSU because I don't know how many people are gonna really watch
I'll put a
or
timestamp of
care.
like every team, honestly.
Okay, that's okay. We'll do that just to
Mhm.
save you guys time because
Yeah.
you'll probably have to like preface this because I don't know how many people are gonna see this part. But yeah, that's it. Any final thoughts before we go, Connor?
No, I mean, tell a friend to tell a friend about us. We're going to stay consistent with this, and we're just trying to grow. So,
Yep, absolutely. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this
yeah.
far, we love you. God bless you. Um, Go Tigers. Can't wait to watch this season. And we'll be
Hell
on
yeah.
campus for the season. This is our first year in college. I can't wait to be on campus watching these games with classmates, which is crazy to say. Um, but
Brock and
yeah,
I vlogs maybe at the games. I
we'll see. Never know. Never know.
don't know.
All right. We'll see y'all for episode 30. That's a big no,
Yeah,
29. Episode 30. It is episode
I think
30.
3-0. Yeah.
All right. Well, the next one you'll see will be a kind of a small milestone for us, episode 30. So thank you all for watching. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as Connor said.
Yep.
We will see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.